It is a couple days past New Year's now. I'm rested, I've reflected, and I want to share with you guys how I intended to use my 2016. Restart. I want to share how I'm intending to use my 2026 so that you can put some accountability onto me. Because if I'm sharing, then I'm saying out loud that this is what I want to do. Just nerve-wracking, but I also want to show then that this whole process doesn't have to be nerve-wracking. It's not really that scary. I'm trying to convince myself of that. The first thing I did was think about the overarching vague goals. For me personally, that's going to be feeling in the present moment, being kind to my body, and also being in a more giving state. So give more than I'm taking. I love using journals and buying them, but I never use them because I'm worried I'm gonna ruin the first page. Well, this year I'm also going to tackle that as well, and I'm just going to have one journal, the plainest journal for everything. It's not going to be pretty, but that's not the point. This is why setup is important. The last thing we want around here is burnout. Okay? Okay. Here's all of them on the screen now for context. Could you please keep me accountable for all of them? Thank you. I've devised a weekly schedule that takes everything and incorporates it into a schedule that feels doable for me. Doable is the key word. Let me pull it up. First, I'll add the non-negotiables. So that's work, Mishu's walks, and church on Sunday. Then we're gonna add the most important things with goals. So that's going to be working out, meal prep, good sleep. And now we're gonna add the flavor in my life, and that's going to be my hobbies and learning German, because those feel more fun than goals. And as you can see, I have plenty of empty space that would be around meeting up with friends or going on cute dates, because we want to leave as much flexible space as possible. We don't want this to be rigid. We want this to survive the real life. I'm most likely gonna need to move things around as the year progresses, but that's fine. It's fine. We're fine.
Now this next step is easily my favorite part. I'm quite a visual person, so a vision board is key for me, and it instills these goals within me when the motivation starts to fade. We've all been there before, especially once the new year loses all of its power over us. I want to talk about the photos I chose, but I really want to talk about what I reflected on about the last year, and with that comes a talk about health and weight gain. So last year, 2025, I was quite harsh to myself about my weight gain. That happened simply because I stopped moving and my eating habits went in a downward spiral. But I felt that because I was focusing on that number on the scale, I couldn't take a step back and realize how I actually got in this situation. I was feeling heavy and sluggish, and I just wasn't recognizing myself in the mirror. It really was because I wasn't being kind to myself, because eating was strict, and then I binged because I couldn't let myself enjoy what I loved eating, because I thought I'm not allowed to, and I'll have it one more time before I really kickstart and never touch it again. It's miserable. It's something I don't want anyone else to go through, so I feel like that's why I'm talking about it. Another bad aspect of last year was that working out had only one purpose for me, and that was losing weight. So I want to add these habits back, but it's gonna be with a different reason this time. Eating whole foods in a well-structured manner And working out consistently throughout the week are not going to be framed as punishment anymore in my head. I'm going to try really hard to remind myself that it's because it'll keep me healthy. And by being healthy, I'm being kind to myself because I'm finally giving myself the energy to show up day to day and enjoy my life and enjoy all the time that I've been giving. We're well aware that life is too short, so as much as I do want to be able to grow in these tough ways, and I promise myself this year that I am going to attempt my all to do that, I also do want my days filled to the brim with coziness and creative hobbies and a stronger community full of love and support, and being in nature whenever weather permits here in Ireland. So I do want to not only focus on the discipline, but enjoying life at the same time.